In today's video, we're going to power up our Warp computer with its new HDPlex 250 watt power supply. I fitted a small temperature sensor to the underside of the power supply to give us an indication of how hot the casing of that power supply becomes. This temperature sensor and display has its own independent power supply. At the moment, the computer has no power supplied to it, as shown in the watt meter, so the ambient temperature is just over 24 degrees Celsius. During this test, the Warp computer will have no active cooling, and in fact no moving parts at all. Now as we turn on the main supply, but not the computer, we can see how much the power draw is before power on, which is around 1.5 watts. Time to power up the computer and see just how much power it will draw and how hot the casing of the power supply will get. So it's now drawing 17 or 18 watts, and the temperature is starting to rise slightly. We'll give the computer a moment or two to finish powering up, and then we will remote connect to it and run a test to push the CPUs up to 100% load. The power supply casing temperature has now risen by just 1 degree, and we are drawing around 20 watts. This motherboard is very economical with power and is in no danger of overstressing the power supply. We are now remote connected to the computer, and I'm running an application called ProcessLasso. This application is ideal for ensuring that no single application can monopolize all of the CPU resources, unless of course you the user want it to. We are going to use one of ProcessLasso's tools to push each of the 4 CPU cores to 100% load. This is the CPU Eater demo, which will run for 30 seconds and apply the load to each processing core. Each core is now running at 100% load, which should draw more power from the power supply. Our wattage is now showing around 17 watts, and the temperature is slowly beginning to climb on the casing of the power supply. The temperature on the power supply casing has risen by a mere 2 degrees. Normally this computer would be in a rack with 2 other identical computers, cooled by a single 140mm fan. So the new power supply runs very well, with the temperature on the power supply casing never quite reaching 30 degrees Celsius. The power supply makes absolutely no noise, as it has no built-in cooling fan, depending entirely on the casing to radiate heat away. For builds where space is at a premium, this seems an ideal power supply. For those builds where additional power above 250 watts is required, 2 or more of these can be synchronized together. All we need to do now is to slot the computer back into the rack and turn the power back on. Hopefully you found this information on the new HDPlex 250 watt power supply useful. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching.